Mm, mm, mm. Ask me anything. Episode 119. Second of the day. The marathon continues. The Viking has been awoken from his hibernation. It's time to hit the gas. I just got done coaching another client. So now here I am. Back to work. What's up, Altum? Congratulations, you're the first person to check in today. I'm in a good mood. Already got. I'm doing great, my friend. What about yourself? How do I look? I'm looking like $1,000,000. Yeah, like I said this morning, the jaw's still bothering me, still leaking, still festering, but this too won't last, this too shall pass. You're looking great. Appreciate that, Playboy. All right, let's waste no further time. Time is money, and money is time, and energy is our most valuable equity. So, the Viking is here, live and direct. This is not a green screen. I repeat, this is not CGI. The Viking is talking to you live. Yes, it's really happening. So, take this opportunity to get my perspective on things, or make fun of me. All is allowed in the realm of the Viking. What's up, D9? I see you, Playboy. Buenas tardes, guapo. ¿Qué tal, Dave? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué haces hoy? All right. We got 8 people being a little bit shy. I understand. It's a little bit intimidating. In the meantime, you can all hit the thumbs up. Ding 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 ding. Let's go. Let's get some questions going. Otherwise, we're gonna have to make me repeat my pitch of coaching clients into infinity. I've gained a decent following on YouTube by making music. However, I want to start making content like yours, where I talk to the camera. Should I go for it, dude? Of course you should. No, no, no. Don't do it on a different channel, man. Do it all on one channel. That's my advice. It takes hard ass work to gain traction in YouTube land. Don't set yourself back by starting over to a different channel. The people that don't like you, they'll stick around, man. Fuck them if they don't like it. Go for it. Also, stop procrastinating, man. Tomorrow doesn't exist. I should have started my YouTube channel 4 years before I actually did, but I didn't have the balls at the time. Autumn, how are you so confident? Or Norso, how to be more confident with people in general? Autumn, I always preach and I practice the art of perception is reality. And what I mean by that is confidence is a myth, right? People are just better at it than you at faking it. It's all about how you present yourself. I go by the quack and duck principle. If it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, if it looks like a duck, it's probably a duck, and you're going to treat it like a duck. I say all that to say this. I quickly realized that if I was not going to portray myself and carry myself as a confident, strong man, the world was going to eat me alive. So I basically deluded myself, man. I went into my own little reality where I convinced myself that I was like Spider-Man or something, like I was a superhero with what happened to me. So every time I enter a room, I cock back my shoulders, I put my head high in the sky, and I try to make eye contact with everybody while I walk in. I smile, I use that body language as weapons. And immediately I could tell that normal people who didn't have to deal with the shit that I gotta deal with, they would look at me like, what the fuck? How is this guy more confident than me? I'm over here insecure about this and that, while this guy walks in looking like Freddy Krueger's lost son, and he seems to be happier and more content with himself than I am. How does that work, right? because I carried myself as a confident man, even though maybe on the inside I was a little bit scared and I wasn't that confident, people started treating me as such. When people start treating you as a confident person, you inherently and automatically become a confident person. Therefore, it's like a positive, vicious cycle. It reinforces itself. It starts snowballing. And from there on out, it was easy. Like, I've been confident ever since. But I had to really, in the beginning, it was a mental exercise. I had to delude myself into basically attacking every social situation and telling myself, like, you're the shit, you're the man, you're a superhero, you survived cancer twice, fuck them, fuck them, fuck them. The best defense is to go on the attack. And then people, they start showing respect for that. And that's how it worked for me. So if you ask me, how am I so confident? I basically looked at it like, I got no other choice. Do I want to survive, or am I going to be trying to play society's game, which I can never win at? If you try to play society's game and try to fit in on their terms, it's like going to a casino and betting against the house. You literally can't win. I will upload a video today. That's what's up. Oh, D9, $5. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. That really means a lot. Thank you for supporting my channel, supporting me. Have you thought about streaming in Twitch? It's trending lately. I literally started streaming on Twitch like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, no, I'm on there, man. I'm on there, Dave. I'm called Wounded Viking on there as well. So if you want to go check me out on Twitch, Wounded Viking. And I should actually be streaming simultaneously with this, but I'm just so locked in on my YouTube community as of late again. By the way, guys, let's hit the thumbs up. Only 4 thumbs. That ain't much. Where did you go today on your Instagram? There's a sports park where I live in Dessel, in Drassel, next to the BMX parkour. So I just go do there. I go there to do calisthenics, pull-ups, leg races, that type of stuff. Gyms are closed, so we gotta make it work. Betsy, hey, shout out to Betsy, one of my favorite clients from the UK. Super proud of this woman. She's been killing it. She has been very committed since the first day that we started working together, and I can't wait to see what she has in store. What I try to remember as well is people don't really care as much about you as you think they do. So own yourself, even if that can be hard. Absolutely. Look, if you are going to attach your self-worth, your happiness, and your value to the opinion of others, you're literally never going to find peace. You have to learn how to love yourself. No one is going to love you like you. Stop looking for a person to be the missing piece to your puzzle. You have to be a complete puzzle. You have to be willing to basically and be ready to, at any time and every time, walk away from toxic relationships, friendships, whatever. You are all you got at the end. Everything else is just bonus. Don't rely on others. Opinions on NoFap. I feel like I'm having a deja vu. There's nothing wrong with NoFap, even though I would say I prefer no porn over NoFap. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with masturbation. Also, I just feel like I spoke about this on the other live, that people are just fiending for rules and regulations. You know, ever since religion kind of lost its power, we have a bunch of lost souls, and they're just begging people to tell them what they can't do, and that's where these NoFap and minimalistic type of lifestyles come from. And it's funny, man. People would really rather live with limited options. Like, the options are just too much for them. It's interesting. We are living in a society where any kid can become an astronaut, but it sucks. It sucks. People don't want these options. They don't want to have all these choices. People love being told what to do. That's something no one wants to talk about. People love, if you were the son of a butcher, you were going to be a butcher. Voila, easy. There was no anxiety. There was no thinking, what do I want to do in life? No, that's the way it was, and it made shit easy. And now you can be whatever you want to be. That shit is mad hard, because now it's all up to you. If you didn't become quote unquote successful, that means that you fucked up. You didn't make the right choice. Not to mention that we're all comparing ourselves to everyone on social media. So life is harder than ever in that regard. What do you think of the woke people? I hated to be told what to do. For sure, everybody hates to be told what to do, but if you're gonna go with no fat, then you're still being told what to do. That means that you're not strong enough. If you have to close the door entirely, you know what I'm saying? That means that you like discipline is freedom. And what that means is if you have the capability to just have 2 beers instead of 20 beers, that's real discipline. But most people, you just got to tell them they can't drink at all because otherwise they'll binge. And that's weakness. You see what I'm saying? I think a lot of people find it more terrifying having to make your own decisions because if you screw up, you can't blame anyone. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Betsy. That's what I'm saying. Like it's all on you now. In this new society with these quote unquote endless possibilities, if you don't become successful, you fucked up. You dropped the ball because the world is at your feet. And if you just work hard enough for it, you can do anything. You know? It's just like 20 years ago, it was like, no, you're gonna get a normal job. There was no social media, so you didn't have anyone to compare to. You had normal people and you had famous people, and you had nothing in between. So there was nothing to be jealous of. No one was looking at Brad Pitt going, "Damn, man, Brad Pitt's balling out. Why am I not dating Jennifer Aniston?" Right? No one felt that way. But now we have this huge space in between regular people and celebrities. We have these social media stars who are literally our next door neighbors. They're nothing special. They just have a big butt, or they got big muscles, or they're good at running, and we just idolize them, and we're now surrounded by stars. Thoughts on biohacks to boost energy and slow the aging process? I'm a big, I am a very big proponent of that. I very much believe in biohacks, vitamins, and using technology and science to live a long and better life. I'm not against that at all. I think biohacks are great. I do it all the time. I manipulate my caffeine intake. I take a bunch of supplements. I take a multivitamin. I take fish oil. I take magnesium. I take creatine. I take vitamin D. I take maca, caffeine, a bunch of stuff. So I'm very much. I feel like that only makes sense. Yo, when are you coming to Somalia? Damn, I gotta be honest with you, Playboy. Somalia wasn't in my top 3 of next places to go. You guys got pirates and shit. Now I'm fucking with you. Honestly, man, I don't know. I want to travel the world, but first I'm trying to grow this business, grow this brand, take it to the next level. That's what I want to do. Yo, when are you? So 100%. And because of social media, there is that sort of need to be validated by others. It's usually toxic if you can't recognize it and make change in it for yourself. Yes. The Super League is already done, but these American owners in these clubs are done. The fans hate them now. Yeah, that was funny. That ended quick. Go to Somaliland, Africa, not Somalia. It's dangerous there. Yeah, I don't know, man. I never been there. I would have to look into it. All right, guys, let's keep it going. I would rather go to Colombia. I've already been to Colombia, though. I was there for 3 months. Love Colombia. Yeah, I had a blast in Colombia. It was amazing. I made the mistake of looking at people's Instagram before even talking to them. That makes a judgment. I never want to do that again. It's toxic, and you view the person different or better. Yeah, Instagram is one big job interview portfolio. Basically, it's all of us trying to live out our fantasies, putting our best foot forward, and yeah, it's all fake. I just ran into somebody that I had on Instagram in real life not too long ago. Oof, I was so shocked. It never ceases to shock me how different people look. than they do on Instagram. And not to call out the girls, but damn the women, like you guys, there's an Instagram you and there's a real you, and shit, there's a big difference most of the time. It's crazy. Wah, da, 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 da. I saw something on the news about a Super League. Yeah. So basically, to make it real short, all the owners of the major leagues, like the major teams like Manchester City and Real Madrid and Barcelona, Man United, they wanted to basically get together and make an NBA of football teams. So just create like their own little league. So no more Champions League, no more domestic league. It was like basically a attempt of the coup to try to overtake the whole football empire, and it backtracked. Why not go big in the life coaching like Tony Robbins? What do you think I'm doing, man, Andrew? Why do you think I'm doing 2 live sessions a day? Because I got nothing better to do. This is where I get my clients. This is where I get the leads to work with people. So I'm coaching people, and then in between, I'm doing live sessions. So this is it, man. I'm going big. I'm going as hard as I can. I'm fully committed. Do you like SKA? Never heard of it. I'm really happy to see you streaming again. Yes. How do you deal with being a shit while traveling? You do train while traveling or something? Man, I haven't traveled in a year and a half. And yes, my conditioning and my physique suffers when I travel. Make no mistake about it. I get a backpacker body. But I still work out. Yes, I literally will just Google the local gym and pop up and be like, "Hey, I'm a famous YouTuber. Can I get it for free?" And they're like, "Nope." And then I just pay anyway, and I hit the weights. I work out anywhere I go. A big part of the enjoyment of traveling for me is getting to go to these gyms that I've never gone to. Like I've been in these amazing gyms, man, in the middle of nowhere, and it's fucking awesome. Jenna, how you doing, girl? What time is it where you're at? So yeah, Dave. At the end of my travels, I'm usually out of shape, and according to my norms. What's up, stars on Mars? I actually made a lot of friends on Twitter that I know in real life. Now it's the best social media. Tony Robbins is nothing but a salesman, a snake. Yeah, I like it when Tony Robbins does this thing where he'll have this guy come up and be like, they're crying and stuff, talking about how their life sucks and they're a loser, and then he yells at them and he's like, "You're no longer a loser!" And then everyone starts clapping and he starts crying, and then he's cured. Yeah, I respect Tony Robinson's hustle, but I do. It has a very Jesus-esque aura in terms of his solutions. Instagram is a social media for an illusion. I'm on there to look at tattoo artists and crafts. I want to be your girlfriend. Well, my real girlfriend is going to have something to say about that. Exactly, Jenna. 6 a.m. Damn, girl, what you doing up so early? What's the plan for today? Stars on Mars. Tony Robinson is manipulative. Could be a cult leader. Well, he basically is a cult leader. He's walking that fine line. He's walking that fine line. By the way, guys, time for me to plug my pitch. If you're trying to work with me and turn your life around, if you're suffering from depression, if you're overweight, if you are trying to get out of a toxic relationship, or if you're trying to get into a relationship, not a toxic one, I can help you with that. Send me an email at lorenz.breeze@gmail.com. I'm Lorenz, by the way, for those who hadn't figured that out. And you can hire me and we can do this privately, like I'm doing with Betsy over there, one of my favorite clients, absolutely killing it. And she is going to be definitely, I'm going to be using her as promo to get more clients, because we're going to do a sick before and after testimony, all that stuff. I know she's going to take off. Very, very good. So Betsy's talking about her intermittent fasting window, which is intermittent fasting is something that I put her on, and she is committed to it like a champ. Enjoy your food, Betsy. I know you've been hungry. Fondue wedge. The problem is most of the dating games on Instagram nowadays. I mean, there's still a lot of people in the real world, man. Don't get it twisted. Honestly, Instagram, women on there, they just like attention. They just want to play with you. They're not that interested in meeting you. If you're like, They just want to do the comment game and the hard game. Dude, I used to date this girl that I met through Instagram, and then I found out she had a whole different boyfriend and a life and everything, at the same time. It's so crazy when you're like supposedly in love with someone and you're together and all this shit, and then one day you discover a profile of this other dude that has pictures with her, like all dressed up, and it's like, what? Yeah, that was shocking. I learned my lesson. Crazy. What's the pricing? Fondue Edge. I'd never discussed pricing on here, so if you want to contact me about it, lorenz.reese@gmail.com. Jesus Aura. How would you define a natural leader, a natty leader? Oh, it's hard to define a natural leader. I think it's just someone that automatically draws the room to him, someone that doesn't have to, yell too hard or get too crazy or use gimmicks to get your attention. I think it's just like a vibe, like an energy. Um, I don't think you can learn how to be a natural leader. You have it or you don't. And it's someone that gets respect, not someone who's feared or admired necessarily. So that would be my closest definition of a natural leader. How did you and your girlfriend meet, and what did you do that made her fall for you? Um, we met when I was celebrating my 31st birthday that very night when it was at my actual birthday. So I met her in a bar. What made her fall for me? I made a point out of um, like, so we met in the bar. There were already a lot of guys talking to her before I ran into her. And when we started talking, I made it a point to be very respectful. So I wasn't trying to touch her or, like, like when you're talking late night to a girl, you want to like touch the arm and stuff. I did none of that stuff. I wanted to be very respectful. And then at one point, I'm not saying this is like the thing that made her like fall for me, but we had a really nice conversation. We ended up kissing. And then she was with a friend and they wanted to go to a club. And so she was like, "Oh, let's go to the club. Like you got to come with us. You got to come with us." And 25-year-old would have gone in a heartbeat. Like, yeah, dude, I just made out with a super hot girl. For sure, I'm gonna go to the club, right? The thing is, I figured out in my 20s, growing up and stuff, that I don't really like clubs. Matter of fact, I hate everything about a club. You're not able to talk. People are rude. They bump into you. I like my personal space. So clubs is not my scene. So I just told her, like, I'm good. Like, I would much rather meet you for coffee the next day, and talk to you while sober, in a normal setting. And I'm good on going to the club. And I could tell that for her that was like such a shock. Like, I don't think she was used to any guy declining an invitation to go to the club with her. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's just like I wasn't even trying to play games. I'm very comfortable with knowing who I am and what I like, and I don't jeopardize those. Mm, I don't like. I don't change who I am for no one. Doesn't matter how hot I think you are if you just made out. So that's the story. Oh damn, that's crazy, right, Jenna? I know. I hope that antibiotics are killing that infection. Yeah, me too. When the leader actually cares about their team too. Yes, Ryan. Thank you for chipping in, buddy. By the way, guys, if you like the channel, if you support the content, you're always welcome to click on the dollar sign below the chat box. It's called Super Chat. It allows you to donate to me. And of course, that's greatly appreciated. Every dollar counts. Carson Ball, you should come to the Highland Games at Grandfather Mountain next year. It's in North Carolina. Please provide more info, Carson. What is going down at the Highland Games? What is it exactly? Betsy, I'm super curious on your opinion on religion. For me, I find it hard to comprehend following a belief blindly. I mean, nah, religion is a fairy tale. Obviously, it's made to control the masses. But we didn't need it. We needed religion when people were still quite animalistic. We needed structure, so it's not all bad. Without religion, we probably would not have gotten as far as we did. So it's not all bad, but it definitely ain't all good either. I hate every social event that's hard to that's hard to get a girl too. I quickly learned I hate clubbing at 25 and quite happy for a comfortable social drink over food. I'm a talker, man. I like to talk. I like to chill in nature, maybe smoke a little bit, talk, fantasize, get deep. That's what I like to do, man. Keep me away from the masses. I might do an open air festival every now and then, but 6 hours in, I'm done. Very interesting. Thank you, Andrew. Maybe it's time for me to get out the house and meet people. Altum. I would say it's definitely time, man. People that did the nicest to me follow religion, to be fair. And there is nothing wrong with people following religion. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. It's just, I don't really need that. I'm fine without it. Why do women despise insecurity and men? Everyone got insecurities, but they will fall for the strongest dude. Honestly, man, I think that's a little bit, a little bit of a generalization. I definitely think there's also women who like shy men. I just think that men, same as women, are usually chasing the same percentage of women. It's like 80% of men are chasing 20% of women, and 80% of women are chasing 20% of men. There's just this big group of people who are just like never getting approached, and they're all trying to like, get their prince or princess perfect, ironically. But for those who do fall for the strongest guy, for the alpha in the room, I think that's just biology. That's just, at the end of the day, we're animals, man. It is what it is. I used to be an asshole. When I was young, in my 20s, I used to get in bar fights. I was ignorant. I was dumb. I was stupid. I was a douchebag, man. And the more dumb shit that I do, the more girls would like it. It's crazy. It blew my mind. But yeah, it's like that. If you exhibit irrational self-confidence and the willingness to basically break the rules and stand up to whatever or whoever, people find that attractive, apparently. Gia, I for real want to commit suicide because of my grades. Now, that's not a good plan, is it now? Fuck your grades. Just get through high school and go travel the world, start your own business. All you gotta do is make it to 18. Don't be so narrowed in on your grades. You think I give a fuck about my grades? I'm 32 years old, living the life, yelling at strangers on YouTube. Grades lose their importance. Yeah, for sure, man. As you get older, it doesn't matter anymore. My shoulder is messed up. Did you have hotter girlfriends before you had cancer? Are you implying that my current girlfriend is not hot? Because she is hot as hell. I guess you're trying to ask if it was harder for me to get attractive women after cancer. Well, clearly no, because my girlfriend is really hot. But it has definitely become harder after my cancer to attract superficial women, whereas before it would be easier. Sure. The times I got the most attention from women was me being a total douche. That's what's up, Betsy. What were your grades? I mean, I got a bachelor's and a master's degree, so I did good enough in the end, but I was never a good student. I got a lot of shitty grades. Alessandro! Hey, man, how are you? It's been a while since my last access on YouTube. I quit a bit. It's really good sometimes to pull the plug from the internet. Absolutely, man. No, I'm just saying hotter. You should never grade people like that, Stars on Mars. And to be honest with you, it's very rude for you to ask me if I had hotter girls than my girlfriend. Like, that's really a very immature outlook on life, my friend. Like, you should not be walking around grading people's looks and like basing, like trying to max out as if it's a video game. Like, oh, she's hot, then maybe I can get hotter. What does hotter even means, man? What does that mean? If you're gonna prioritize looks, which it sounds to me like you're doing, it's gonna be hard for you to find someone. Then, and it's a matter of respect, man. It's disrespectful and rude. I'm not angry at you, but it's quite disrespectful to bring that up to me, asking if I had girls hotter than my current girlfriend. Like, what do you expect me to tell you? What could you possibly expect me to tell you? I mean, sure, I'm very realistic on my outlook on life, but there's a fine line between comparing my girl on a strictly physical sense to other hypothetical girls and me being real about my cancer, my past, and my situation. You see, grades don't matter. What matters is if you pass or not. I know, but I need to have an honest discussion. Well, not if that comes at the cost of the respect towards my girlfriend. That you can have that discussion with someone, but it's not going to be me. What are your thoughts about this alpha beta stuff? I'm curious about your opinion. Also, does dressing well while being overweight help, aside from hygiene, exercising, eating well, and sleeping well? Um, Anyone that I ever met that talks about alpha and beta, for me, I immediately like they're not an alpha. Like no alpha has to go around declaring themselves alpha. And again, these are just silly terms. It's like it's very juvenile. Like oh, that's beta, that's alpha. Like that's just very like jockey, high schoolish behavior. I would not want to be around people who think like that. So for me, it's all nonsense. Um, Dude, dressing well is everything. I highly recommend you to get into fashion as I sit here in my typical red gym shirt. But what was I saying aside from hygiene? Yes, get into fashion, learn how to dress up. By the way, if you want to get cheap clothes that still look good, ASOS, ASOS.com. It's a great site. They got good stuff. School is such a small portion of life. No hot person is worth it. Hold on. I gotta catch up. No hot person is worth it if they have a shitty personality. But it's not even about hot or not hot. Like I've been with very, very beautiful girls before, and if their personality is ugly, trust me, you get tired of it real quick, real quick. If you're just trying to have sex, cool for sure. But as soon as like you actually have to spend time with someone, you can't fuck 24 hours a day. This is something you have to understand. The majority of your time is going to be spent conversating, um, doing regular chores, logistics, being in transit. If that person is annoying or is not does not have a good heart or is not intelligent, like you're not gonna stick around. For every hot woman, there is a dude tired of sleeping with her. Best believe that. Do you think Belgium should split or not? No, man, keep it together. Stars on the north. I'm sorry if I crossed the line. It's all good, man. It's all good. I appreciate you. You're a very good member of my community, man. It's all good. Yo, Viking, good evening from here. What's up, Nishikina? Andrew, do you think elite celebrities like The Rock and Arnold and elite athletes like Conor McGregor are a little bit off in the head, meaning they're a crazy obsession to get to the top? Yes, I do believe that. Yeah, there's differences. Like, I don't think Arnold was ever crazy. I think he was just ambitious and intelligent. But yes, find a partner who you can be 100% yourself with, someone who accepts you for who you are, looks fade, and we all look like shit in the morning. Yup. Um, the Highland Games are like an American adaptation of the traditional Scottish Highland Games, shot put, boxing, heavy lifting, rocking. Sounds like I would love to come as a spectator. Tell me, I'm a Catholic, and I read that most Belgians are Catholic. Yes, I'm actually also a Catholic. I've been baptized, I did my communion, everything. The whole works. Do you have any pets? No, I don't, Jenna. No pets for me. I'm living in an apartment right now. It would be hard to have a pet. And also, the future is uncertain in terms of where we're going to stay, so I would not want to get a pet. To be fair, I can't judge clothing. I'm in a baggy shorts, tracksuit, bottoms, and Crocs. Thank you very much, Lorenz. You gave me hope. You're welcome, Alton. We're all going to make it, Playboy. Yeah, man. Far right against the left, and the right are winning, in my opinion. True. I'm naked in bed. I'm naked in bed now. That's fashion. Powerlifting or bodybuilding? A combination of both. But I wouldn't recommend you to go too hard into powerlifting. I don't think it's healthy. The human body is not made to squat 400 pounds. Only just woke up, put Viking on in the background. Yes, I like it. I like the energy. Jenna, do you have any pets? Also, guys, if you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, now would be a good time to do so. Check out that Colgate smile, Bugs Bunny rabbit teeth. If that doesn't make you want to hit the thumbs up, I don't know what would. I have to ask you a follow-up question. Why it makes them that crazy obsessed? Is it from insecurity or a traumatic event in their past? Well, I don't know The Rock or Arnold or Conor McGregor personally, so I can't really speak on that much. But I mean, it's just kind of like you have to be a little bit crazy to get to a certain point when you're really trying to be the best. For like in those cases, like Michael Jackson was crazy as fuck, Prince was crazy as fuck, like all of these geniuses. Um, it's just people just need a goal, man. People need a goal, and if they figure out early in life what they're good at, it makes it easier. I have too many pets. Lorenz know about my horse already. Yes, Betsy. Ryan, I'm the same. I have the desire to move around too much to have a pet. Yeah, that's my thing. I want to get pets down the line, but right now it wouldn't be it's not the right time. It's easy to get crazy, but it's hard to be good and crazy. I mean, I consider myself crazy. Have you seen my Instagram stories? I laugh at myself, and people for sure think I'm crazy. Like I'm a 33-year-old guy calling himself the Wounded Viking, lifting weights with his shirt off in his parents' basement, you know, while singing along to the music. Like you could look at me and say I look gay, I look crazy, I'm delusional. At the end of the day, if you're having fun, who cares? Like we're all gonna die anyway. None of this is gonna last. I'm not special. You're not special. People's opinions are not special. So just do what you like. It's a short ride. Might be over before you know it. So, and for me, I like getting a little bit crazy as it pertains to reaching a goal. I like to dig deep. It's fun. So crazy is just a word at the end of the day. What is not crazy? What is This is all. These are all just man-made concepts. We're all just doing what we're doing because our grandparents were doing it before us. Be original. Death is the only thing that is 100% guaranteed. Exactly. Yeah, Betsy, I saw your horses already. Speaking of Betsy, who is one of my current favorite clients, if you're trying to work with me, if you're trying to get out of a toxic relationship or bad habits, lose weight, or get a new career, if you're trying to learn how to love yourself and finally stop being depressed and hating yourself, if you want to take the next step in life and you need some help, you can hire me. My name is Lorenz. That's my email address, lorenz.reach@gmail.com. Send me an email. Let's get this thing going. Death is a great thing to achieve. Well, it's not that hard to achieve, but sure. The sun is shining in Belgium, and that makes me very happy. Very, very happy. I'm super excited about this upcoming summer. Going to be making some major moves. Messed up my shoulder, man. It's hurting like hell. Seriously, I couldn't recommend you enough. Honestly, guys, you'll have so much support you would never regret. Thank you, Betsy. Thank you. I really appreciate you saying that. I really do. I've been thinking of making like a montage of different clients of mine doing like a little video message and so that I can put it before my video or something like that. What's up, HGR? You should have a website to promote yourself as a mentor or coach would be useful. Yeah, you're right, man. I need to get on that digital marketing website wave. I have a website, but it's a little bit dated. My problem is I think too much about chasing and fucking girls when I should focus on my life. Yeah, see, that's a little bit that's the curse of every single man, every young single man. When we don't have a relationship, we're just so focused on like sex, like it's gonna solve everything. I just need to get laid. Trust me, once you get there, you're gonna find out you still have a bunch of issues to work on. But it's hard for us, man. We're so testosterone driven. We think with our dicks, and it's sad to admit, but it's hard for us men to really lock in and dial in on what our goals should be when we don't have the girl yet, because just the majority of our efforts and time and energy will go towards that. Do you speak a second language from your travels? And if so, do you have any tips for not going up? A second language? Ik spreek Nederlands, ik spreek Duits, ik parlo francés, hablo español, and I speak English. Cinco amigo, ¿de qué quieres hablar? Any tips for not giving up? Um, Not giving up learning a new language? Is that what you mean? Best way to learn a language is to date someone that speaks the language you want to learn and that she only speaks that language. You're going to be real motivated to find out what she's saying. Why are women addicted to arrogance and confidence? I also had it the easiest with the hottest women when I acted that way, that it was just a facade. Yes. Um, Dude, that's just the way it is these days. Like girls like the bad boys, girls like the assholes. Not all of them, but a lot. Um, can I answer that question? Why? I just think like the majority of people are like that. It's the same way that most men like the girls who are all dolled up and put on a ton of makeup and all this stuff. And I think men are not less superficial than women. We just care about different things. It's just people, man. I am more than happy to do a montage for you. Thank you, Betsy. Sex is overrated. There's more pleasures than that. Maybe one day we find a way to put our brains on the internet and live forever. Confidence is attractive, not arrogance. I agree, Jenna, but it is a very thin line. It's a very thin line. Stars on Mars looks like an ego trip for you without getting a hot woman. Thoughts on ego death? My thing about ego death is I don't understand why people talk about ego death. Like most of the people that I know who told me that they had an ego death still looked like they had a pretty big ego. I am a big proponent of ego. I love ego. Ego got me through my cancer. If I didn't have a big ego, I would have given up a long time ago. So I don't think the ego is a bad thing. I don't think we should be trying to kill our ego. There's nothing wrong with ego. If it drives you to overcome um, hard times like it did with me, like what's wrong with that? If I didn't, I told myself like I always thought I was gonna amount to something special. I had a big ego. I might be delusional, but that's what saved me. That's what kept me from giving up. So I love my ego. I never want to kill my ego. Ego death is just another one of those things that people want to turn to, thinking that it holds the key to happiness. They're just trying to overcomplicate things, really. Are you a winner or a summer guy? Summer guy. But I like winter, but definitely summer guy. But I like the seasons. I found I picked up learning a language way quicker consuming the language via friends, traveling, and media than textbooks. Yes. Feel sad to be a virgin, to be fair, because as being a man is bad. I mean, you can get laid anytime you really want, man. But I wouldn't do it with just any girl. Like you'll regret it. Trust me. Ego death is not permanent. It is a short death and rebirth experience. Okay, got you. How can someone develop confidence? By practicing something until they get good at it, and then building on that in a community revolving that skill. So, for example, if you start going to the gym, you start building your body, you will develop confidence based on the fact that you have rank in that social circle or anything else. So, you need to figure out what you're good at and go all in on that. Balance is overrated. Don't focus on your weak points. My ego prevents me from doing things which is in favor of others. Is that good? No. No, my friend, it's not. I'm B1 in Italian and Spanish, but I struggle dancing through that wall. Yeah, a lot of us have that thing where you know a lot of words, but it's hard to take that next step, right? I got a lot of confidence with fighting against people and winning. How can fake it till you make it? Exactly, Jenna Nicole. It sounds like you have been paying very close attention. Shout out to you. I love that you guys, like Andrew as well, are already answering the question for me. I love that. I've always found that virginity is bad, so bizarre. Honestly, it doesn't really change anything significant in your life. I'm still the same person after losing my virginity, and I was disillusioned. Most of us were, I think. Hussein Mufti asked me something. Um, could you hit the thumbs up, Hussein? You got it. Thank you, Hussein. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. This has been a very good life. I'm very happy. Never sex in your life or never a kiss in your life. Um, mm, I'm a romantic. I'm gonna go with never sex. Kisses more means more. Even with my fucked up lips. I kiss my girl like a goldfish, man. Women love social status in men, but hey, as you said, most men want to fuck this IG model despite what they say. We are, as you said, attracted to the most desirable people, and that will hurt people's egos. Yeah, man, that's why Instagram is so successful. Like, when have you ever heard a person praise Instagram? Everyone knows it. Everyone says it. Like, Instagram is fake. These big butt models are fake. This and that's fake. That's fake. It's like, but we all watch it. We can't stop watching it. It's like we know it's bad for us, but we willingly drink the poison. So we're just not that strong. I'm from Iraq. What about you? I'm from Belgium, man. What's up in Iraq? How is it going over there? Betsy. I finally eaten. I'm happy to hear that though. Now stay off that Coca-Cola. Cristiano, how you doing? Living a good life, man. A war zone in real life. It's still that bad? It's still like you guys are still in an active war? Active war? Pardon my ignorance, by the way, man, for not keeping up. How are you, Cristiano? I'm on top of the moon. What drugs have you tried? Weed, coke, ecstasy, MDMA. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yes, yes, yes. I thought you were American. Why? Why would you think that? Yeah, Ryan. I know I got the American accent. I'm Belgian though. Belgian. Yeah, I never tried psychedelics. I gotta get on that. Andrew, would you be able to transition back into the competitive sales world if you needed to? I think I do. I think I still have the skills. I was a hardcore sales manager, man, for like 5 years of my life. So I was a shark trying to hustle people out of their money. But I could if you held a gun to my head, but I just my heart would not be in it anymore. The desire is gone. I hate it. I hate it lying to people. I hated selling them things of which I knew it didn't have the value. I thought you were Norwegian. Nah, man, I'm not. I would suck at sales. Betsy. That's all good though. That means you're a good person. Can you do a podcast with your mom and dad? No, trust me, they're not into that. They're not into that. Who is the little baby in the picture behind you? That right there is my godson. So that's my sister's son, Victor. That's Olivia. So that's my brother's daughter. And then there's some more babies from the family. Katie. I was waiting for someone to ask. Yeah, I'm at my parents' house. I like to come here every now and then. They got a nice backyard. I like to switch locations a lot. And I literally see my uncle pull up on his bike. By the way, guys, if you like the live, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, leave a like. That's the least you can do if you appreciate this content. It's my second stream of the day. I'm busting my ass. I've never seen your brother on your channel. You want to keep a low profile. Yeah, he's the opposite of me. Very smart guy, engineer, computer guy. He's low key. He's not that like. He's not a talker. He's an introvert. My uncle is here. My uncle is here. Wil je binnenkomen? 1 second, hè. Ik zit nog even bezig. Ik zit met allemaal zitmes gebouwd.
Zo, ja, nu. Ga je montage?
Nee. Alleen ik ben aan de live aan het doen.
Wat?
Ik ben aan de mensen aan het spreken op het internet. Dus gaan mensen zitten en ik ben er 10 minuten al gedaan. Yeah, so my brother really, he's not the type of guy that wants to ever be in the spotlight. Salespeople make big bank if they're good. Trust me, I also had a lot of colleagues that were not making bank. It's a very tough job. Trust me. Usually, it's the other 5% makes all the money. Betsy, back, damn, order didn't come with my banana milkshake. That's karma for you, Betsy. HGR, you're looking at it. You are looking at it. Speaking of which, if anyone is looking to overcome depression or heartbreak or turn their life around, get in better shape, relocate, chase a new career, I can help you with that. We can do this on a private basis, do a video call, as I'm doing with Betsy right there. She's one of my clients. That's my email, lorenz.reese@gmail.com. Send me an email and we can make it happen, set a date and set it up. I'm about 53 minutes in on my second session of the day. Feeling quite productive. I'm happy with that. Your thoughts on Julian Blank? Never heard of him. Divine Punishment. Yep. Ryan, money is great, but not when you have to sacrifice your happiness or morals. We were talking about that this morning. Someone was equating money to happiness, and I was telling him it doesn't work like that. Take it from someone who knows 5 millionaires firsthand. It doesn't work like that. More money, more problems. Of course, it does help with logistics and not worrying about bills, but yeah. All right, guys, it looks like the questions are starting to dry up, and as I had a guest, I'm gonna be rounding this one up. Please, if you're in here, you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, do me a favor, it doesn't cost you anything. Hit that thumb up. It really helps me a lot. It's a big deal for my channel. What traits make a shark salesman? Not giving a damn about the people they're selling to, selfishness, and big ego, great confidence, and great manipulators. I would say, Lorenz, you're amazing. Please have a great day. Thank you, Alden. You too. Betsy, enjoy your meal. I hope you guys were good. I'll be back soon. Te Josecito, I'm just getting out, papito. Hablamos muy pronto. Tengo que ir, pero vuelvo cada día 2 veces. All right? So, have a good one. Absolutely, Andrew. Stay safe. Peace.